Hey everyone, Riccardo, Attila's Garden here. I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the garden and I'll show you what I'm gonna be picking. It's August 12 today. I'm gonna be picking and then I'm gonna put some pictures for you to see what I pick. I'll show you quickly. The air conditioning just started, so some extra noise, but I'll turn the camera around and show you a couple of things in the garden that I don't usually show. Okay, so we're gonna start from here. This is a side of the garden. It's just an edge on the other side of the patio, and I've a couple of things. I have some amaranth here that I grow mostly because I like to see it. Like I like the flowers, how it makes. It's kind of short this year. Maybe it's the location where I put it because it doesn't get too much sun. Sometimes when it's ready, what we do, we collect the amaranth. You know, it's like these tiny little grains, and in the pan we pop them like popcorn, but they are tiny little popcorns, and then with that you can mix them with some kind of, like, you can even get like a snack bars, like a Mars bars, and melt it and make like Rice Krispie treats, you know, something like that. And it's pretty cool. But mostly I grow it because I like the plants, how it looks. Right here I have some flowers. Again, I'm gonna take a guess. I think this one are Cosmos. I'm not sure about this other one. Asters. I think maybe this one Cosmos and this one Asters. But you can correct me if I'm wrong. But I have a few plants here. Then right here I have some blueberry bushes. You see the net because I have a little chipmunk that likes to steal my berries. I have a kohlrabi that I'm gonna be picking. And before we pass through the gates here, through those trellis, I'm gonna show you. I have a little. That's where I keep my potted plants that I bring inside in the winter. Right here I have a calamondin orange. It makes these small little oranges that are like lemons. They're kind of sour. I like them to eat them even with the skin and everything. And but if you want to use them, you would use them as lemons. I have a tangerine here that I just got that I'm trying to grow as a like kind of a tree, and some kumquat. And this one, I love this little tree. It took me a while to find one. It's called a jaboticaba. It's a Brazilian cherry. What it does, it makes cherries on the trunk. You can check it. Maybe it's if you want to research, it's a jaboticaba with a J, so JABOTICABA, something like that. And it's a beautiful tree. They grow full size, huge in Brazil. I'm trying to keep it kind of bonsai size. I got once a flower, but obviously it was just a single flower on the stem. Hopefully one day I'm gonna get some cherries, just because I want to try them. Another thing about this, it's like the trunk is pretty nice, because if you see the bark that it peels off, so it leaves the trunk like you see two color pattern. So it's a pretty cool plant. Obviously it has to come inside in winter. Here I have, I don't know if I already said, the kohlrabi. I'm gonna be picking it tomorrow. On this trellis I have some morning glories, a cherry tomato here with some asparagus beans that they didn't produce anything this year. You can see them here, they're going up. I don't know if it's too late now, if I'm gonna get anything, we will see. And on this side I have other two blueberries and a cherry tree bush. It's a new kind of sweet cherry that are breeding out of Saskatchewan. I don't remember. In Canada here, like a university just developed this new kind of cherry trees that are like in the bush form. They are pretty sweet and also they are supposedly self-fertile. I don't get many cherries out of it, maybe 10 a year for this size bush, but I might add another one, a different variety, maybe to help with the pollination. Let's go in the garden. Well, on this side I have also some haskap berries. I have one bush there, one is right here, I have a third one there that is just growing. They're pretty good. The good thing about haskap is that they mature like in June, pretty early, so before anything else you get them. Obviously blueberry, they are way tastier than them, but it's still a good thing to have. I also have some black currant right here that my wife makes a jam that is pretty good. And my sunflower up there, they're just starting to open. I'm gonna be picking obviously some runner beans that now they start to produce a lot, and I just love them way better than any other green beans. I love them. They have more bite to them, they have more taste, and you just have to pick them the right size, because I think this is as big as you want them to get. If they get past this, they might start to have like the string and be a little tough. What else I can show you that is growing? The little tunnel here of the gourds, I have to clean it up a bit, but if you see, you can start to see all the gourds started to hanging. I was hoping for more varieties, honestly. I see 2 or 3 different kinds, but from the pictures of the seeds, they show all kind of different gourds that I'm just not getting. So I'm getting this kind that with a little green on the bottom, like this one. Then I have those ones that are a little more oblong, but they might be exactly the same. I don't know, maybe I'll find something different one day, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think it's just for Halloween here, and also I made it for the kids. I think it's nice to go hang out inside there. And I have like the tomatoes I'm gonna be picking, and let's see what else is ready. Peppers, I'm gonna start to pick a few peppers. Poblano, this is more or less the stage I like to pick them. This is Jimmy Nardello. It's the first time I'm growing them. These are all varieties that I hear on YouTube from other people that I follow, and if they talk very good about a variety, I'll give it a try. Anaheim, that for me, Anaheim is one of the best producers here. It's just, you can see a small plant is loaded with big peppers, better than any other bell pepper. Down that way, maybe I'll show you just something that I thought was cool, that is on my red zinnias here. Is it, I don't know, an albino zinnia? I have just one white in the middle of all the red ones. It's pretty cool. It's the same plant because I just put one, so I'm gonna be picking more of those beans that I have down here. I have like the green beans. I'm gonna go through them. You can see right there, there's quite a few, and I'm gonna be picking the Marvel of Venice beans. It's just producing so much. I have to pick them almost every day. And let me see. I clean up my garlic bed that it was a disaster this year because it got attacked by the leek moth, and so you can see that's what I got. I got a few little garlic bulbs. that I'm gonna salvage what I can, but I'm gonna plant here strawberries, the one that I have in the vase on the other side. Here I'm gonna put one variety that is the best for fresh eating, and I'm gonna keep it on this section of this bed. Other two varieties, I'm gonna put them along the edges right there. I'm gonna show you where I have the onions. No melons yet. I'm not gonna touch anything for now. Obviously I'm gonna pick tomatoes from here, probably zucchini, that usually there's always some. Oh yeah, I can see one, but that one is not that good, but you see the big one behind there, so gonna have one there. I have to check how to do the Brussels sprouts, because I can see, I guess those are the small Brussels growing. I think you're supposed to remove all these leaves to let the Brussels develop. I'm gonna check, I'm gonna do a quick research and see. I have 2 plants of Brussels sprouts. I'll show you also what is been happening, but it's normal for this time of the year. You can see it here, you see that white stuff, and you can see it here. Oh, and look there, right there, and that's powdery mildew. And you could spray, I guess, with fungicide. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything to this plant, because it already produced enough, and I think it's just the end of its cycle, so there's not really much to do. If it wasn't like for the melon, if I start to see too much on the melon, I might pick off the leaves that have the most of it, and maybe give it some milk. I make a little spray with milk and water, baking soda maybe, but no chemicals, nothing. So that's as far as I would go if I really have to. Cucumbers, there's always some growing, so that I'm always picking. You can see them there. Right there, I'm gonna pick those cucumbers. I'm gonna pick a few peppers from here. There's a red one here. Those 2, I think they're Purple Beauty or Chocolate Beauty. There's a little, this poor little plant is a, let's see, a Dowhill. Tiny little bell pepper. I think they're supposed to be small, but this plant also is kind of small. I'm never lucky with bell pepper, they never do great here. Much better the Poblano and Anaheim, that are very mild, so I think in the future I might just stick with those and use them as bell peppers. Eggplants now they're producing, so I always gonna pick few. All my varieties, they are mostly the small ones, so I have the little fingers that basically this one is perfect to pick. I have the white egg, I have green one down there, Mordon midget somewhere. The small varieties, they tend to ripen faster, so there it is. I might have also Black Beauty in here, a plant, because I wanted to try one more here, but I'm never lucky with it. So right here, if this nasty spider let me, yeah, I don't like this spider. It's cool, but I don't go close to it. Anyway, I have like some nice tomatoes down there that are ready to be picked. Also down there I have some San Marzano, zucchini. I'm gonna check in here if I have something. So you can see here, if you see the red spots, that's the San Marzano I'm gonna be picking. I'm gonna be picking also one of my favorite salad tomato, that is the Cherokee Purple, and I have quite a few ready right here. The only problem with these ones, they taste fantastic, but they crack like crazy. You can see the crack, but it's not a big deal. It's like an aesthetic thing, but the taste is unbeatable. Same thing with the black cream, that You can see it right there. I got one and maybe one up there that is ready. I have a giant tomato right here. I'm gonna see how big it gets, but this is pretty big. Hopefully it's gonna mature. The variety is a variety from Quebec. Let's see if I pronounce it right. Meme de Bouche. But anyway, I'm curious to see the weight on this. Right here I might have maybe 1 or 2 zucchini. Yeah, I can see right there, there's one green one. And from this side I think I might get the beets. I might pick off all the beets. My wife likes when they are the smaller size to pickle them, and I don't think they are that big. Maybe I have too much nitrogen on my soil, because I don't know, it's a couple of years I'm not getting big beets, beetroot. I got lots of leaf. Also, as you can see, there's a little of fungal. You can check, but on the beets this is common. It's a fungal problem, these small round dots. Anyway, I'm gonna be maybe cleaning up this side from the beets. The onions, I'm gonna be cleaning up these ones, because here I'm gonna have the strawberries coming. Inside here I'm gonna pick I think a couple of cabbages, maybe even let's see if I can show you, a cauliflower. I think I have that is growing. I don't know if it's ready or not, but we'll soon find out. Let's see. But you can see the kale. Kale I can do, pick some. Oh, that's not good. I just find out. Probably a kid just put a hole in it. So I have a cauliflower right there that is a self-blanching. You see how the leaves are curling, but right here I have one cabbage right here growing, a purple cabbage, and on the other side down there, I don't know if I can show you, but there is behind the broccoli there's another cabbage that it's pretty big, and I'm gonna have to pick it. And now that I saw that hole, it means that bugs can come in, and that's it. I'm gonna try to clean up this bed as much as I can. Yeah, there's not much to do here. Yeah, I have the broccoli there. I'm gonna show you, maybe I'm gonna put some picture at the end and see what I get. But this fleece, how you call, you see here it's Agriball called, it does a fantastic job. It's very flimsy, it breaks up very quickly, but I don't know, I think it's worth the money to put it up. Cherry tomatoes from there I'm gonna be picking, snow peas from here maybe. We'll see if they are big enough. And the corn, not yet. Let's see, I don't think they are close, but it's all brown, this part, but I'm not gonna even try to open it, because still a bit far from it, so the sweet corn is gonna have to wait. And pumpkins, they're doing their thing. I'm gonna see from this side, I might get few peppers, but mostly they're hot peppers, so maybe it's gonna be some jalapenos, because the hot peppers, like, I have fun growing them, but honestly, but if they're mild, my wife is gonna use them in chilies and stuff. But the hottest ones, on this side I'm just gonna, I don't know, pick, eat, have fun with, like you saw with my brother-in-law at there to see who's gonna eat it, and yeah, that's it. Here you can see all the flowers there in bloom right now. I have the white cornflowers, I have like the poppies, asters, maybe, I don't know. This ornamental corn that I don't see any cobs forming. I see the tassel here, but no corn cobs, so I don't know what's going on with them. Either way, I love the look of it. It's super tall, and it's just, I like how it looks with the little flowers and the peppers from this side. Little stone walk, you can walk in, see, it gives a little like border. I have my small little pequeños peppers that are right here. Crookneck squash, I can see a couple forming. And my favorite pepper of the all, that is the Espelette. That's a red one. This is a green one. I have few red one here and there. That's like, if you never grow Espelette, you have to give it a try. It's just like amazing. And I want to show you something before I let you go. That's why I left the ladder here. If I can manage to go up my roof with one end, I'll show you one of the experiments that I'm doing. And Rob, if you are watching, this is also for you for next year, for the watermelons. I put up on the roof of my garage, that is basically scorching hot. As you can see, it's like all black membrane, so up here is like with the sun, full sun, it's crazy hot. I put a sweet potato this year. This is a sweet potato plant that I put in the fabric, and what it does basically, I don't know if you can see the signs, but on this flat roof, every time it rains, I have lots of puddles of water, because it's not the incline is not perfect, so the water puddle. So what I did, I paddled mostly one area there and one right here. You can see the, you know, like the dust and this from all the water remains. So what I did, I put one of those fabric pots that when it rains, it makes like a reservoir of water, and the fabric is gonna just wick the water in and grow the plant. This year I gave it a try with these sweet potatoes, because sweet potatoes are even harder than melons to grow here. And the water that you see, I just put it today. Today is the first day of the season that I came to put water, just in case, because I didn't want to lose it. Otherwise, I never ever water. And here, like right now, I start to sweat because it's super hot. So if it works, this is one of the projects for next year. For the melons, I might put a couple of those with a watermelon up here, put them up and forget about them until it's time to come check if they're ready. So that's one for this year, and that's about it. Now I have to let you go, because otherwise I can't go down the stairs with one hand. I don't trust myself. So I'm gonna let you go for today, and I'll see you soon. Take care.